Welcome back to the class, children. I am your science teacher. So my name is Mrs. Jyoti. So lesson 1 and 2 we have finished. Now we are in lesson 3. So hope you all are maintaining your records up to the mark. And in the workbook also I told you to do the bits which are there at the back. The objective part, like choose the correct answer. Then somewhere you have like fill in the blanks, and tabular form you have. Then match the followings also you have. So all you have to do it. And not only that, back of the textbook you have so many questions, but out of that only the important one you are writing in the classwork. So not only that one, you have to do the remaining also. Remaining one also you have to learn. So any question answer may come in the exam. So all the question answers you have to learn. So few are like you can do it by your own, and few are like doing some experiments, and few are diagrams, and few are very general simple questions where you can just directly answer it. So all simple answers are there. So do not leave anything, you have to learn all the answers. So now moving on to the next lesson, that is lesson number 3, rain. So where does it come from? So in the previous classes, the previous years, you have learned about different forms of water. Then you have learned about evaporation, condensation, then water cycle. So this lesson also is about the same thing, like evaporation, condensation, water cycle. So about all these things we are going to learn in this lesson. Now look into page number 22 in your textbook. Yes, page number 22. Keep your textbook ready and your pencil also. So, Ramya and Soumya are getting ready to go to school. So, Ramya and Soumya, they are getting ready to go to school. Their mother advised them to keep an umbrella with them. So, before starting to the school, mother called and told to take the umbrella along with them. So, Ramya asked her mother why the umbrella was needed as it is not raining. After looking at the sky, mother told them that it was likely to rain as it is cloudy and windy weather. They started to school wondering about how their mother was able to predict when it could rain. So, Soumya and Ramya are going to school. Mother stopped them and told them to take this umbrella and keep it with them. Then Ramya asked her mother, "It's not raining now outside, why to take this umbrella with us?" So mother, she looked at the sky and she told that it is very cloudy and there is so much of wind. It may rain. So you take this umbrella and go to school. And they took the umbrella and started to school. Then they started thinking that my mother is so great. How she was able to guess that it would rain now? So they are wondering about that. So here are some questions to you. So why do we get rain? So why does the rain fall, and where does it come from? It comes from the sky. Yes, we know it very well. Then how did mother knows that it would like to rain? So how we are able to tell that whether it is going to rain now or not? Then do all the clouds formed in the sky causes rain? So, by looking at the sky, if it is grey in color, then we think that now it's going to rain. But do all the grey color clouds are going to give us rain? So, let us see what are these. So, rain is a common phenomenon, like how we get wind and sunlight and all. Even rain is also a natural thing which happens in our life. So, rain is a common phenomenon like air and sunlight in our daily life. We generally get more rains in rainy season. Our general observation is that if the sky is cloudy, then there is a possibility of rain. But clouds do not lead to rain every time. Sometimes we witness sudden rains. So here, generally, how we get sunlight, air and wind and all, even rain is also a natural thing which happens to us. So, how can we predict that it is going to rain? By looking at the sky. So, if the sky, if they have like clouds which are in grey color, then if there is a little bit of wind, cool breeze, then we know that it is going to rain. But Not all the grey color clouds are going to give us the rain. Sometimes it may not rain also, and sometimes there are no clouds in the sky, but evenly when it will be like sunny only. So there will be sun, but even though it will rain, like sudden rainfalls will be there. So why do clouds cause rain? So why the grey color clouds are giving us rain? So what is the relationship between the rain and the clouds? So why don't all the clouds they cause rains? So to understand this, so first we have to know something else more. So forms of water. So here forms of water we are going to learn. So basically there are three types of water. That is solid. So solid of ice we can solid of water we can see in the form of ice, snow. Then liquid. Liquid is nothing but the water. Then the gas. That is nothing but the water vapor. Yes. So these are the three main forms which you know. So forms of water. All of us know that water is available in nature in three different forms, that is solid, liquid and gas. So first one is the solid form. So we call solid form of water as ice. So how to get ice? In a tray or in a bowl, you just take some water and put it in the refrigerator and freeze it for some time, like 2 hours or 3 hours, then it will change into a solid hard substance and it is called as ice, the solid form of ice. Then snow occurs naturally. So ice is a man-made thing where we are freezing it by keeping it in the refrigerator. But snow, it is a natural thing which falls from the sky. So can we convert water into ice? Yes. Explain what we should do. So how to convert water into ice? In a bowl, take water and put it in the refrigerator in the deep fridge and freeze it for some time. Then it will change into the solid form. So here liquid form we are changing it into solid form. Then moving on to the next topic, that is liquid form of water. So what happens if ice is kept in the open air? If we heat ice, it will change into water. Yes. Just not heating. If you put the ice in a plate or a tray and put it outside, so because of the temperature outside, that is the heating process, the ice is going to change into water. So water is liquid form and is present in oceans, seas, lakes, rivers and even underground. So liquid form of water we can see everywhere on the earth, in like oceans, seas, lakes, rivers and even you can see it underground also. So that is the liquid form of water. Then gaseous form. So how we can see the gaseous form of water. So what happens when water is heated? The gaseous form of water is water vapor which is present in the air around us. So now here around me also I can see, we can feel the water vapor, but we cannot see with our naked eye. Sometimes we can see and sometimes we cannot. So here what will happen if we heat the water? Take a bowl, put some water in that and heat it. So as we are heating the water from that water you can see the steam, like some like fog and all. So that is nothing but the water vapor. So water is getting evaporated, it is changing into air and it is moving in upward direction. So we know that when ice is heated, it will convert into water. And if the water is heated, it will turn into water vapor. Similarly, when water vapor is cooled, we get back the water, and if water is cooled further, we can make it into ice. So here we can change the water into three forms, like ice. We can change the ice into water. we can change water into water vapor. So how can we change ice into water? By heating. By heating ice, we can change ice into water, and by heating water, we can change them into water vapor. So water, by heating, we can change it into water vapor. Now, this water vapor, we can change it again back into water. How? By cooling it. By cooling. If we cool the water vapor, it is going to change into water. Now, you are taking a bowl and heating the water. The steam is going to come out. Now, you put a lid on it. Then remove it after 5 to 6 minutes. What happens? You can see all water droplets on the lid. So you are keeping the lid aside and cooling the lid. So because of cooling, you can see the water on it. That is, the water vapor is going to change into water. Then this water, if we cool it, we are going to make it into ice. So ice on heating it will change to water, water on heating it will change to water vapor. Water vapor on cooling it will change to water, and water on cooling it is going to change to ice. So one form we can change into another form by heating and cooling. So here in the textbook they have given the same picture. So we understand that these three forms of water are interchangeable. They can change themselves from one form to the other form. That is, the next topic is evaporation and formation of clouds. So how clouds are formed? It is because of evaporation. So let us see how it is formed. So in the figure 5, they have dried the clothes. So what happens to the water in wet clothes when we keep them in the sunlight? So when we want to dry clothes quickly, we wave them about or keep them under a fan. So we wash the clothes regularly, and after washing the clothes we are going to dry them. So how we are going to dry them? By keeping the clothes in the sun. So if there is no sun, either we keep it under the fan, or else we squeeze it till the water is completely out of the clothes, and then we keep it under the fan. So these are the ways of drying the clothes. Does the water in wet clothes dry only due to the sunlight or due to the other reasons? So let us see. You must have seen that water on wet roads, rooftops and some other places, they dry up after some time. So whenever it is raining, the complete surroundings will be wet, but after a half an hour or 1 hour, it will start becoming dry. So water is absorbed. So what is going to happen to this water which is falling down? So where does this water go after drying up? So because of the sun's heat, they are going to dry up. So now where does this water go? Because of sun heat, they are going to evaporate. So if you heat water kept in a bowl by using a stove, you may notice that water vapor coming out of the bowl. So here you can see in figure 4. So the S-shaped symbol, those are nothing but the water vapors. So you can see the water vapor by boiling the water. Thus, when water is heated, it is converted into water vapor and mixes with the air. So water vapor we cannot see because it is mixed with the air. So this is what happens to the water in wet clothes also. So whenever you are drying the wet clothes in the hot sun, so because of sun heat, the water gets evaporated. It is going to change its form into water vapor, so that we cannot see the water vapor. Then the next one is the process of water changing into water vapor is called as evaporation. So what is evaporation? So here water vapor. So water changing into water vapor, that complete process is called as evaporation. So how does water change to water vapor? By the process of heating. If we heat water, it changes into water vapor, and that process is called as evaporation. So if water is gently heated, it becomes warm. So if you put it in a low flame, then the water will become little warm. So with that warm water you can bath. It is not that much heat. So some vapor is produced, only little few vapors are produced. But if you put a flame in a high mode, the water starts boiling and so many water vapors you can see from that. So if it is heated more, it starts boiling, and if you heat in further, it evaporates and converts completely into water vapor. So we know that the amount of heat is absorbed by water affects its evaporation. So what will affect the rate of evaporation here? The amount of heat which we are giving. If you give very less heat to the water, they become warm and only few fumes are going to come out. Only little amount of water vapor is evaporated. And if you give more and more heat, there are so many water vapors and the complete water gets evaporated by boiling. So you might have observed evaporation in many situations in your day-to-day life. Yes, by cooking rice. So in that case, you can see evaporation, drying the clothes in washing machine, and drying the clothes in the sun. Then whenever you are cooking something also you can see evaporation. Yes. So discuss them with your friends and prepare a list. Evaporation is a natural process which takes place on the earth. Water evaporates continuously from the surface of water bodies like seas, oceans, rivers, ponds, etc. and changes into water vapor due to the heat supplied by the sun. So not only these, so you have so many water bodies like oceans, rivers, lakes and all, except the underground water. So all these things, they are heated because of sun's heat and they get evaporated. So not only this, you have to make little list of the things which are evaporated in your day-to-day life. So what, in which cases you will see the evaporation process. Now your homework is you have to draw the three forms of water. Your homework is draw three forms of water in your homework book. So these pictures are there in page number 22 and 23. So here is the solid form of water, then this is the liquid form of water, and this is the gaseous form of water. So these three pictures you have to do it from page 22 and 23. So that's all for today. The next part we are going to see in the next class. So hope you all have understood this. Thank you.